Greetings, fellow humans. Welcome to Sam and Max Hit the Books. I'm Max.
I'm Sam.
And we have got 5 comics for review this week. Let's get right into it and start with issue 9 of Hawkman by Robert Venditti and Brian Hitch. Brian Hitch, yeah. So after all the revelations that the series has led to and everything we found out about the threat and Carter's ability to fight the threat, we get into the final battle. The Deathbringers are here.
They look pretty cool.
And Carter's going to go fight them with his mace. And he has to fight a whole army of evil Deathbringers that basically look like red Thanagarians.
Yep.
And his old buddy, Edom, is back. He wasn't killed after all. Big surprise. In the flashback. I say that highly sarcastically. And I feel like the most interesting thing that happened is this issue wasn't there a piece of dialogue where Carter suggested there was going to be some way... Oh yeah, he went to Madame Xanadu because he thought that there might be some way to summon all of the different iterations of Hawkman all at once to fight this threat, and she's like, that's ridiculous.
Right, she doesn't have that power.
But I really hope that happens. Because that would be an excellent end to this arc where we've gone traipsing around his whole timeline and viewed all of these different versions of him. Let's go full Grant Morrison, get them all of them at once.
Yeah, no, that's true. It would be a fitting way to fight all of these Deathbringers. Would be to have all of Carter Hall.
Right. And it is interesting that he's gonna save all of Earth again. So I doubt that's going to be enough to fully pay off the debt that he owes in lives. But it's going to get him a whole chunk closer.
Well, yeah, we'll give him a whole chunk closer.
Might
have to chase these guys through space, though. I mean, there's a lot of them for him to take out on his own.
It is a lot of individual Deathbringers. And I think it's interesting. I really kind of hope that they stick to this idea that there's like an invisible timer hanging over Carter's head, that eventually he's going to save one person too many, and then he's going to finally pass into the afterlife. Because it kind of reminds me of Spawn's original gimmick, which was that Spawn had like a set number level of power starting in issue 1, and when he fully used up his entire reserve of power, he was going to get sucked back into hell, and that was going to be the end of his time on Earth. And so that's one of the reasons why Spawn would be using guns and stuff, is because he didn't want to actually use up any of the power that was.
Awesome.
But as the issues went on, they would anytime he would use it, that counter would go down, 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 and I don't think it started out. I think it was a 3-digit number. I don't quite recall.
Well, that makes sense. For the 3-digit.
Right, and I think that he could put time back on it and something. I don't know, I read Spawn
Power Up
a long time ago. Yeah. Hawkman, it's getting good. I feel like next issue's probably it for this arc.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Based on acceleration.
Yeah.
All good. Solid art. Brian Hitch is doing solid in every issue of this series. And good Hawkman comics. I give it an 8.
An 8? Yeah, I'd give it an 8 too. There's really nothing to dislike about this Hawkman.
There's nothing to dislike. It is kind of again, I think we've been seeing this with several issues of things we've read the last few weeks of this is the issue right before the big end. Nothing's really super being revealed here. We've already got all the information we're going to need, but now we're getting into the action.
Now it's the battle.
Right.
The conclusion.
Cool.
So, moving on, we have the newest issue of Detective Comics.
By Pete Tomasi, right?
Yeah, Peter J. Tomasi and Doug Mahnke.
Yes. Yes.
And this continues to be very good. In this issue, we start up right where we left off with Batman going to Strange.
Hugo Strange, yeah.
Yeah, Hugo Strange, that's the one. to find out about this abomination thing that's been attacking him.
Because, he automatically assumes it's got to be some monster thing Hugo Strange has been making. It fits his MO.
Right, he's been making monsters, but according to him, he doesn't have the ability to make a monster like Batman is describing.
Right, and he really would like to. He wants to scrape some DNA off of Batman's gloves to get a look at this new monster stuff. And Batman's like,
nah, that ain't happening.
You can't be serious. You can't seriously think I would ever allow you to do that.
Yeah. And he's like, why don't you stay, Batman? We'll delve into your psyche. And Batman's just like, nah, been there, done that. I'm gonna go do my thing.
Which I love that, because that's almost like a reaction to that Batman Kings of Fear mini.
Exactly. Yeah. Almost exactly.
And Tomasi's just like, we don't need another story like that.
Not now. So Batman goes to find another one of his tutors. Yes, that's the word for it.
Yeah. Jason Blood,
the demon.
Yeah, Etrigan the demon, baby, and he's in full rhyming mode, which is the only version of Etrigan I'll ever accept.
Oh, really? Only?
Yeah, no, I don't like it when he ain't rhyming. That ain't the demon to me.
That's fair. I like it when he ends on the rhyme. But when it comes to getting out important information, I understand if he drops the rhyming for a little bit.
Okay, I can understand that.
Yeah. So, Batman gets there to find out that he's in trouble. There's a big old green thing that's, like, holding him in some magic.
Yeah, this is a weird demon-y monster thing. And let me just say real quick, I really do like Doug Mackey's art, and I think he's really good at drawing monsters and demons and otherworldly things. But his version of Etrigan, I don't love, because he draws him kind of skinny. And
right, I'd agree with that.
I like it when Etrigan is, like, not quite Hulk level, but...
barrel-chested, at least.
He needs to be huge.
Yeah.
A He-Man action figure, you know what I mean?
Maybe not that tall, but, like, his shoulder width is as much as from, like, his foot to his neck.
Right.
I'm a demon.
Like, Bruce Timm version, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I'm totally there with you. Not so man-bodied.
Right.
And Batman and Etrigan, they have a little talk. Batman summons some armor to fight this demon to get Etrigan out of his bonds and kill this green monster thing. And he gets this Hellbat suit.
Oh, yeah.
This Hellbat suit.
I think this
forged
is from
in the sun
Yeah.
by Superman and imbued with the powers of other heroes. It draws off Batman's own life force to power itself.
Terrible design.
Right, so if he's not careful, he'll just kill himself for using this thing.
Right, this thing can mimic Green Lantern, it can mimic Flash, it can mimic Wonder Woman powers, and he's rigged up a thing that can reach those power levels that's powered by his own metabolism. That is foolish. Highly foolish.
Highly foolish, but very cool.
Yeah. No, I mean,
forged in the sun.
Yeah, it's tough. And it still gets cracked by this demon he's fighting.
Yeah, he breaks it fighting the demon, but he beats the demon.
And the other demon, not the demon Etrigan.
Right.
They're allies.
The green demon.
Yeah.
He's cool with Etrigan.
Yeah, he's fighting
mostly.
He's fighting Etrigan on the cover, but this is a full-on team-up.
Right. But at the same time, he doesn't really like Etrigan. Etrigan's the demon. He wants Jason Blood.
Right. Yeah, gotta talk to that guy.
Yeah. So they do some talking about some stuff that I don't quite remember. And then he shoots Batman.
That's not Jason Blood.
Oh.
That's afterwards.
He
goes to see Cyborg's dad, Victor Stone.
Right. Forgot about that.
Yeah, and that is weird because he's just having a normal conversation with Victor Stone.
Victor Stone is a dick.
He's a dick, but he seems like himself. But then he's examining Batman's grappling gun, and then while they're conversing, Stone shoots Batman with it.
Right, that is what happened.
And they kind of still just continue to converse. So I had to go back and read the previous page to be like, wait, what's happening? What is happening? But then everything kind of turns into Matrix lines and dissolves into nothing. And our last page reveal is there's a little tiny Bruce Wayne in a batsuit that don't fit him.
Right. Okay. Yeah. That's what happened. That was the cliffhanger that I forgot. The little tiny Batman in the batsuit.
It's interesting because at this point, this almost seems like it's also doing a better version of the Nightmares arc that's currently on pause in the main Batman book, where Batman's going through like former things based on his past, and the reality isn't what it seems. I really am curious
with the pig and the other dreams.
Right, what's going on in this arc? Like, I really am curious for the next issue because that's
it's been pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I don't know if it was quite as entertaining as the last issue with Ex Mr. Miracle.
That's true. I'd still give it a 7 though.
I think that this is a solid 7. Yeah, still above the threshold required for making the price worth it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, good Batman. Always appreciated.
Okay, moving on to issue 8 of Superman by Brian Michael Bendis and Ivan Reis. This is the continuation of the young Jonathan explaining what happened to him in space.
Right.
What happened to him is he accidentally made Jor-El real sad.
Yeah.
And Jor-El started like talking to himself and like acting sort of like the stuttering old man. And totally disillusioned John.
Like, what's going on? I don't know what's going on. Why am I alive? I shouldn't be alive.
Right. He's literally saying, like, Superman doesn't make sense if Jor-El exists. I'm Jor-El. What's going on here? Like, and we do get the only real action in the present day in the issue is a couple of pages of what's turning into Bendis' signature on the Superman books, which is Superman is going to take 1 to 2 pages to real quick go and deal with a threat that would normally be like multi-issue arcs. Like, it's Mongol here. Mongol's a major threat.
Yeah.
But Soups is angry, so he goes up and he smacks down Mongol real quick and doesn't even feel like mentioning it.
Taking out his anger.
Right. And I don't know how compelling that is.
Well, an extra angry Superman is not necessary.
We get some flashbacks of John being a superhero. They go through a black hole and end up in this other galaxy thing.
Yeah.
John's wearing one of the worst Superman suits I've ever seen. Like, full gloves just never works on a Superman suit.
Yeah, that's true.
We run into Kilowog and some of the Green Lanterns, Orisa.
He's always showing up.
Kilowog's great.
He is.
And at the end, this is when they go into the black hole, and John gets separated from Jor-El in the black hole. And big last page reveal is that John somehow ended up on Earth 3. Looks like it's the Crime Syndicate.
Yep.
Very confusing. The Crime Syndicate was recently all killed in normal continuity.
Great.
So we'll see where this goes.
Yeah.
Crime Syndicate. Cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's better than the other plot lines that we've been getting.
It could be at least interesting, yeah. At least it isn't going to be more John beat up some faceless aliens and did some stuff in space, because that's been what the last 2 issues were.
Right, or maybe he ran into Rogol Zar.
Oh, no. So, yeah.
This issue was alright.
This issue is okay. Most of it is they're spending a lot of time verifying whether or not John is actually John using the Fortress of Solitude computer.
Right, which Superman realizes all the computers were built by Jor-El, so he no longer trusts them after a little bit.
Superman comics are getting weird, man. This whole Jor-El thing is throwing a lot of things out of whack, and I don't like it. So it's fine.
Yeah.
It's a 5.
Yeah, I couldn't rate it higher than a 5. It's not bad, so I wouldn't rate it lower.
It could be a lot worse, and it's definitely not as bad as Action has been.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on.
We have the newest issue of The Batman Who Laughs by Zack Snyder.
Nope. Oh. I always get it confused.
I always do.
Scott
Snyder.
Yeah, the other Snyder.
And coloring by, what's his name?
Jock.
It's
just Jock.
It's just Jock?
It's just Jock. Art by Jock.
Art by Jock. Oh, okay. No wonder I wasn't able to find another name for him.
Yeah, Jock. This is very Jock style gothic horror book.
Yeah. So, Batman, he's been gassed, as we know from previous issues, but he's trying to go around figure out what the Batman Who Laughs plan is. He knows it has something to do with poisoning Batman's Gotham's water supply.
Right. Yep.
And so he's been breaking down Batman's last resort for fixing anything happening to the water supply by destroying the pipeways for the laugh system that Batman helped to create. And so he and Gordon both think that Gordon's son might have something to do with what's going on, or at least know what the Batman Who Laughs plan is, because he has that, or had that kind of mentality.
Yeah, the previous arc by this creative team, which took place when Dick Grayson was Batman, it was a big mystery whether or not Gordon's son was actually the villain orchestrating the plot or not. And he was turning out to be a very creepy killer by the end of that arc. But now, he's in this, it's interesting because it reminds me of White Knight. Because he was a Joker-like mentality, and now he's on this experimental drug program that's reconnecting the empathy centers of his brain and causing him to feel like not like a psychopath anymore.
Right. Feel shame for what he's done and whatnot. So Batman comes in, find out what's going on, and they have a little talk. But then, boom, who shows up? It's that Batman who is the Punisher.
Yeah, the Grim Knight.
The Grim Knight. Oh, man. And, he causes some problems for him. And then he takes Commissioner Gordon.
Yes, because Batman set up his system so that he couldn't trip it by himself. He set it up so that only he and the person he trusted the most could trip it. And,
right.
I guess, fuck Dick Grayson. The person he trusts most is Jim Gordon.
Person he trusts most.
Not even Alfred.
Right. Yeah, not somebody who knows his secret identity.
Yeah.
But since the Grim Knight himself is a Batman, he can do it with Jim Gordon. So he takes Jim Gordon. Damn. Too bad.
We get the Penguin interlude.
We get a little bit of Penguin going on. Batman Who Laughs comes and he messes up his whole crew.
Yeah, kills all his guys.
Yeah. The whole time whispering, "I'm Batman." I'm Batman. Real creepy.
And Batman needs Gordon's son, James Gordon. Basically what he needs him to do is to start thinking like a sociopath again.
Right.
He needs that psychopathic line of thought, and he can't get it from this guy who's been drugged.
Yeah, he needs those drugs to not be doing their thing.
And James can tell that Batman isn't Batman because there's a change in his voice.
Yeah.
While he's talking to him.
And Alfred calls, and the regular Joker, he's gotten up, even though he's been going through heart surgery, and he's got an open chest wound. His
heart is like his open in his chest, and he's standing up, and it should just fall right out.
Should really fall out.
But he good, apparently.
He's laughing. And that's interesting. He escapes.
So he's on the loose.
How about that? Yeah. He's on the loose with an open chest wound.
That probably won't come up again in the series.
And, Batman gets back to the Batcave, but at this point, the toxin has been affecting him more than it should be with all the anti-venom, antitoxin in his system. But,
I think you're misreading.
You're saying no, like...
he specifically he destroyed the antitoxins and stopped taking them.
Oh, right, I forgot about that. He destroyed... The antitoxin has gone so far into his system that he destroyed the rest of the antitoxin.
No, the toxin got so far into... I see what our confusion is.
Did I say that?
The
toxin got so far into his system that he just destroyed the antitoxin.
Interesting. Now, see, my read of this was that he had decided that the only way to get the psychopathic thoughts that he needs in order to figure out and defeat Batman Who Laughs was to stop taking the antitoxin specifically. I didn't read it as he has gone so far that he's now just making himself go farther. I thought it was him still in his normal mindset, fully making the decision to stop preventing the virus from taking over.
Yeah, I could see how that would be the case. You're probably right about that. I'm reading it the way that you're supposed to read it, but it's not the actual way that it is. But then we get a nice last page reveal of Bruce Wayne in his bat suit, but no cape or cowl. He's taken that off, and he's replaced it with the signature Batman Who Laughs spiky blindfold thing.
Yeah.
Spiky iron blindfold.
I hope that we're going to get some sort of reasoning for why the spiky iron blindfold is the signature look, because he cannot see from behind that 100%. Or if he can,
Batman Who Laughs can't see from behind that either.
I agree, but at least he's like this weird otherworldly thing, and I know he's really just supposed to be a Jokerized person, but like if they're both going to be doing it, they got to give us something.
Blind as a bat, baby.
Oh my god.
Blind as a bat.
Uh-huh.
See, when I first saw the Joker Who Laughed, I thought the spikes went both ways.
Yeah, I could see that.
Like going into his head, especially his eyes, and they got no eyes under there anymore.
Oh my god, like penance. Yeah.
Right, because it's so dark and creepy. Yeah. So this issue was all right. I'd give it a 6 overall. I didn't love it, but I'm curious to see where this goes.
I dug it. I'm going to give it a 7. I'm really appreciating it as a sequel to that first arc. So that's probably an additional angle
Right.
that I'm liking. Because all this James Gordon stuff, I was thinking while I was reading it, like, Sam doesn't know any of the backstory for all the stuff they're talking about.
That's true.
Like, what is this like to just read this and be like, that's a lot of exposition about how crazy this guy was, but isn't.
Yeah, he seems all right now.
All right, so we are going to finish off our reviews with issue 5 of Murder Falcon. So I just want to say the first couple pages were very confusing to me because at first I thought we were seeing like a flash forward.
Me too. Like this is them in the future. Totally.
Because we're seeing this band, and it's basically like a full death metal band, like Kiss style makeup, but more just pure black and white goth, not like
do move board
not
here.
like cat face and diamonds and eye and stuff.
Right, more actual like Scandinavian metal.
And we see a battle that does appear to be taking place at the current time in comics because the villainous eye guy thing is talking about how it was through using Jake's emotional power that he used to be able to open the portal in order to bring all of his crazy monsters in.
Yeah.
The Norwegian death metal guys have some real Norwegian like tree god monsters as their avatars.
Pretty cool.
pretty awesome, but still not good enough. Everyone but the lead guitarist for that band is shredded.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
I intend that pun. You intended that.
So we get a couple of pages of Jake reconnecting with his actually alive ex-girlfriend.
Who was never sick.
Was she not even sick?
No, he was sick. He's the one that got sick. It was revealed in this.
Really?
Yep.
I didn't notice that at all.
He got sick and started pushing everyone away.
Interesting. I didn't see when they. So man, I missed you. Interesting. Yeah.
Let's see what's in there.
I did not catch that at all. I thought that he just like was sad and depressed.
Yeah, he got sick.
But the rest of the party goes and they follow their little device that tracks the elemental monster instrument things, and they track it into this crypt and find a tomb that has a scary book in it. And they find the book while these monsters are attacking, and our crew gets back together, and Murder Falcon recognizes the book and is like, damn, that's awesome. I thought this book was a myth, but this is going to allow us to unlock the crazy thing we're going to need. But unfortunately, the cowbell player for the band, the old guy who ran the music shop, he's been infected by some sort of parasite that is actively feeding the neural energy of everyone it can get attached to the evil eye guy.
Yeah, it the way the parasite looks, and then when we reveal that a lot of people have gotten this parasite, and it's all sticking straight up in the air out of their heads. Evil antenna.
Also very video gamey in a way.
Yeah.
But it turns out that... did they find a book? No, it was a videotape. It's a VHS tape. I forgot.
VHS.
So they, luckily the hospital obviously has a VHS machine because, hospital funding.
Yeah.
They find the videotape has some guitar tab on it that Jake is able to play, which turns Murder Falcon's big metal arm into a key.
Yeah, pretty cool.
And the key's going to allow them to raise an army of the dead in order to rock.
Yeah, which of course that's what they should do.
Yeah, it was great. Because it wasn't even played as a twist. So of course the zombie army is going to help the good guys in this metal story.
Black metal, baby.
And then the surviving guy from the other band, Hjelmdar, sole survivor of the band, Whisperwood.
Yeah, Whisperwood. Good name.
has showed up. He's gonna join the band too.
Yeah, and he's got his big old tree totem guy.
And yeah, I do kind of wonder, is there going to be a little bit of power struggle with two lead guitarists in this band? Are they going to have to find a way to harmonize together?
Yeah, that's true. Though it seems like this guy is also a singer, which I don't know if any of our dudes are.
No, the lead singer was a blonde guy. The lead singer
was the blonde guy, right? He died.
And that guy, I wonder what that guy's deal. His totem was the mic. Okay, I was about to ask like what his thing was,
right?
No, he's got
the mic.
Man, that guy could scream like a motherfucker.
Yeah, that face. Oh man.
No, so the art in this issue in particular was just excellent. Every page had so much action.
Yeah, I could agree with that.
It's it's the good stuff. We got 2 issues left.
Yeah.
So we're winding up for the big explosive conclusion.
Yeah.
I would give this issue an 8.
I would also give it an 8. I think this was probably one of the best issues of Murder Falcon we've had so far.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying the series. It's just cool. It's just cool stuff. It's cool action.
Cool. And even without being able to hear the music, it's very metal.
Yeah. No, the way that they use the sound effects and the booms and the putting the wah, wah, wah in the background via it's very musical. Like the sound waves, they're there. You can feel it in the page.
And the style is there. The way the new guys dress, I love that. I love we got some of those face painted black metal dudes.
There's almost a part of me that wishes this was a series about that band and like their struggle.
Right? Whisperwood going up against the powers of darkness.
Right, I could see like doing like a quick 3-issue mini afterwards, the prequel of Whisperwood and like them coming upon the instruments and fighting demons themselves.
Hey, that would be pretty good. Probably get some more flashbacks of him and his band and Whisperwood in the next issue anyway.
Yeah, you're probably not wrong.
Yeah, look forward to that.
All right, everybody. Well, that is it for this week's poll list. Thanks for listening. And let us know what you thought in the comments. Like and subscribe. And we will see you next time.
Yes, we will.